It is Monday morning and welcome back. Ash is still on holiday. Me and Cameron have just loaded up the trailer and we've got to go to the waste facility. So before the waste facility we popped to B&Q to get some more rakes, brushes and general admin bits and bobs. And when we get over to the waste facility it's absolutely rammed here. You can see the massive pile of compost that they've managed to build up over this season. We get tipped and we get out of here as soon as the trailer is empty. So we've gone and done loads of admin bits and bobs today, and we've also, as you've seen, been to the waste facility. Because of the weather this morning we couldn't get into one of the schools to linemark, so we've had to change the day about a little bit, and we've got a guest coming to the unit at midday, so I've had to make sure I'm back for that. But we're basically now just going to tidy the unit and do bits and bobs admin wise, sharpening blades and all the tools today. A bit of a slow day, but it's much needed after, especially last week and obviously this weekend. In the last video you saw the boxing match. So yeah, nice easy day for us today. Nothing too mental. Tuesday morning, we are on site. It's currently around 7:10. We've just got some line marking to finish off at a school, and Cameron's going to run around and check all the hedges. We've got the trike out, the paint's mixed up, good to go. So let's get on with it. So fire the trike up straight away and get 3 football pitches, a rugby pitch, training grids and all the other bits done on this side of the school. But there's still more to do. So just check up on Cameron and make sure he's all happy, and he's very happy, and just tidying up the rest of the bits and bobs with the blower now, which means we can head over to the second part of the site where we've got 3 football pitches to mark up, and Cameron's having great fun doing it on the bowcom trike. Once we've done this, we can get going. Right, we're all sorted here. We've got to go back to unit, load up and head to the next one. Wednesday morning, I don't know where we left you yesterday. Everything went a little bit mental. We was meant to cut some grass for a parish council and it absolutely started chucking it down literally as we got there. And then we checked the ground and it was too soft. So unfortunately we missed that boat and we couldn't proceed with that. But we're currently out just doing some line marking. Ground conditions are okay today. I think this is the only decent day of the week. So trying to get some bits and bobs done before the heavy rain. Yesterday was fairly interesting actually. Nothing exciting, but we had a few tender requests last week, and I had a meeting with a company that can help us get our safe contractor accreditation. This stuff is needed for a couple of the tenders that we're trying to go for. So yeah, so what I'll probably do is in the future just show you the processes. I might do a separate video on it if people ask for it, but it is something that we're going to proceed with because we don't want to miss out on these opportunities. And yeah, I don't know whether it's a gimmick, I don't know much about it, but when you know, the people that we're asking, quite a few tenders are asking for it, I'm not going to show them a nose at applying for it. Anyway, let's get some line marking footage and then continue the action for the day. So trike at the ready, we get the paint mixed up and we get straight on with it. And as you can see, there still is a little bit of a dew on the ground. So when it's like this, we can line mark. However, we may just need to go over a few faint areas twice, which we did do today. This was the first overrun. It's just going to be one of those mornings, I suppose. To be honest, this is our first week of like being mega quiet this year. With Ash being on holiday, I hadn't booked much in, not knowing that we were going to have Cameron now. So yeah, I mean, it's quiet, but it's a well-earned rest. It feels like you should be doing more. It always does as a business owner. But I definitely needed this week just to count the chickens and get stuff in a row anyway. We're going to go and check another couple of sites just now. And then this afternoon I've got to go over to an existing client, new site, for a quotation and a meeting. So yeah, one of them days again. I hope that all of you are fairly busy. Let me know if you've got a consistent flow of work coming in. But yeah, this time last year we were kind of smashing hedge work and fencing and just anything that we could. And I think that's maybe a bit of a knee-jerk reaction from the fact that we probably didn't have enough contractual stuff to cover bills. But this year round's a lot different, so we can afford to have these easy weeks, which is nice, but I'm just trying not to let off the gas too much. Don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Thursday. Just loading the van up, just stuck the coffee pot on, and today we are going over to help another contractor in our industry, fairly local to us, put in some sports pitches. Yeah, I think we've got about 8 initial markouts, and then we'll see where we are time-wise after that. Going to take both options today. Going to take stringline, trike, turf tank, because we all know that the turf tank loves to let people down last minute and don't want to let another contractor down who then has to let their client down, and it makes them look bad. There's just added pressure. When it's for another contractor, you're just aware that you're not working for your own name. Anyway, we'll wait for Cameron to get in, get the coffee sorted and get on the road. So we're on site. We've already started rattling the pitches off. We're on our second 11v11 now with the turf tank. As I said, we're here on behalf of another contractor. That contractor is Emery Grounds Maintenance. Great to finally meet him and have a little bit of a catch up. One thing I would say as well is it's mega interesting when you meet up with another contractor that we're all just going through the same trials and tribulations. So yeah, a lot of likeliness in the industry, so it's mega interesting. But yeah, great to meet you, Ben, and yeah, hopefully we can help him out in the future. He had lots of questions about line marking, so I'm sure we'll try and get together and answer all of those questions for him. So we've got 3 11v11 footballs here, a rugby and some training grids, and then we've got to move to another site and get some pitches done for him over there as well. Bit of a battle plan already, so we've on our second 11v11 with the robot. We're going to do the rugby with the robot, but the last football pitch we're going to string out, and I'm going to show Cameron how to do an initial mark out with that. So yeah, hopefully make good progress and get it all done. So we get the trike out and all the manual overmarking kit, and the first thing we need to do is measure out the width of the goals. So we get this sorted, and once we know that, we can divide that by 2 and put in our centre line and work off of that. So if we're doing 30 metres either side, I can measure that out and just put a peg in the ground so we know where that is, and then draw our string line out. Make sure this is all nice and square to the sockets. Lots of double checking, triple checking for this bit. Okay, so now we've got a nice straight line at this set of goalposts. All I have to do now is jump on the trike and mark it out. We're going to do exactly the same the other side, and then we can put the sidelines in just by running a string from each corner. Checking that the sides are square with the 3, 4, 5 rule. A bit of trigonometry. Maths is fun. So as you can see here, we've managed to do that. Both the sidelines are in. Everything is looking really, really straight and nice and symmetrical. And all of the internal stuff's mega easy. You can just follow the FA plan. I'll leave the links in the description for them, and just string them out exactly the same. You can use your sidelines to measure off of. For example, your large box, if it's 8 metres to the edge of that line, you can make sure everything internally is nice and square, working off the sidelines as well. Maybe I'll do an in-depth video on how easy it is to initial mark a football pitch. But I'll tell you what isn't easy, dealing with this guy broken down again. Let's see if we can get him back on the road. And we did get him back on the road, and we also finished off the manual pitches that we had to do, and we're now at the second site for Emery Grounds Maintenance, where we've got a rugby and a football to get in before going home. Oh God, right, you join us on a Friday morning. Yesterday, after we left the line marking site, we got back to unit, sorted all the kit out for today, and I had to go to a quote. So last night I prepared the quote, and it's already been accepted, and we're going to book it in for next week, which is good news. This morning I've had meetings, and it's now around 10:30 and we are on our first site. We've got some line marking to do, so whilst Cameron's out here line marking, I'm just going to have a 3-month review meeting with the facilities team just to make sure everything is okay. And then after this, we've got lots more line marking to do, so there probably won't be a lot of content from here, but the next sites we'll make sure to record, and we're trying to beat the weather and the sunlight as per usual. So the meeting with our current client went really well. It was actually to add provisions and services to the current contract, which is always great news. And we're now on site with the turf tank, getting an 11v11 and a 7v7 on the ground. And then after that, a quick quote also. So I've been to another quote and we're now just at the last line marking of the day, and we can just about see the lines on the ground. So we are going to get away with the trike. However, any more rain, I think we wouldn't have got away with it. So let's get the trike out and get cracking with it. So I got back to the unit and I've just been working through the safe contractor stuff. And it all looks fairly straightforward. I don't know if it's just because we were fairly well prepared for it and most of our health and safety stuff is in place. Let me know if you want us to do a standalone video for it, but as I just mentioned, we have paid our money to join the safe contractor scheme now. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how easy it is to get accredited, and we'll see if anything comes of it. I've now got to shoot to a quote, which I won't be able to film because it's mega dark outside, but we are back at it tomorrow morning. And this was that morning, the next day, so nothing got done. See you on the next one.